All right. We're here playing with the Eventide H9. So I'm going to do some demos, but before I launch right into it, I'll talk about what I'm using. Today, I've got my Fender Marcus Miller. That is going through the Mark Bass Randy Jackson Signature 801 TTE. There is nothing else going in on it, although I do have pedals plugged in. I'll let you all know if I use them. That is going to Ableton Live. And I've got a pretty elaborate chain setup. So here's my drive signal. And that's the drive signal. So without further ado, we'll jump into the H9 itself. First and foremost, you need the H9 control. I'm going to be doing everything through that app on this. I'm going to start off with a kind of trippy, fun delay. Talk about it real quick before I fire it up. Basically, it's an octave long delay. As it says on that, I've got it programmed to my drum loop, 73 BPM. This is huge. It really makes it bounce really cool. It gets really funky if you bounce off of it, and kind of trippy, almost like a little bit of a Pink Floyd thing. So again, there's a dry signal, and now we're wet. So it's pretty cool. Ableton. Set up with a dotted quarter note with a quarter note on it with different tunings on it. Just to go through some of the presets, I've got its mix ratio at 68%, so you still get some of the actual bass tone, and then you just bounce off of it. You can affect the pitch mix. It's subtle. And to tell you the truth, I have not yet figured out how all of this works. So it's kind of blending different upper and lower characteristics. As you saw, that's how I program it. I'm using the Mission pedal that is designed for it. So whatever you program in with these little dots here, it will do that within that range when you hit the sweep. And there it goes. You can set it to a key and the scale on this, because it's just jumping back and forth on octaves. It actually kind of doesn't matter. So that is one, just the one delay in it. This is from the algorithm called Diatonic. There's some other pretty cool ones in here. I like Guitar Toy a lot. Of course, I have to activate it. Pretty slick. There's a bass version of that too. you can, again, do the tempos on these. Let's take that down to 74. Ableton. So in terms of home recording, that's just badass, because you can just plug that tempo in. Oh, and when you do plug the tempo in, notice how this goes for milliseconds. You have to turn the tempo on. That was a fun, like 20 minutes or so I burnt pulling my hair out over that. But when you turn the tempo on, it automatically places it into a note setting. So here's another one where delay A is going to be at 1/64th note and then a quarter note triplet. And so Ableton. It's really important on bass that you be real careful with that mix. Dial it back. I got it down to 15 here. And it's still pretty strong. Also, your output level is going to be real important. Obviously, it's going to be coming in way too hot, but I've always found with all effects when it comes to bass, real important you're balancing that out. So I'm going to stop there for now so these don't go on too long. This is my debut, my trial version of doing this. I finally got the software working right. And that was fun. But now we're up and running. So that is diatonic. I'm going to put up some more with some the other algorithms. So you go to the H9, time factor, mod factor, pitch factor, space, and H9. A lot of these, it's what Eventide does best. The tracking's amazing, harmonization is incredible, the reverbs are just beyond, but there's all sorts of cool stuff hidden in here. It's great for sound texture and home recording stuff. Granted, a lot of these might not be incredibly usable on stage, but to pull out during a solo and stuff, it's pretty kick-ass.